Welcome to Life Unedited. This is your lifestyle guide to living a life that aligns solely with you. I am your host, Tabitha Sweeney, a coach and inspirational speaker who is all about authenticity, friendly sass, and helping you unlock your best self. What if you could increase revenue simply by showing up more authentically on your social feeds? My brand new program, Unmasking Your Digital Confidence, is about to drop in beta form. You guys, this is your one opportunity to get in right now. What's up, you guys? How we doing? All right, it's my favorite time of day. My favorite time of the week when I get to sit here with you and talk to you. And I'm so excited because, for a couple days now, I literally have not known what to talk about. I have started and stopped this episode, I don't know, at least 7 or 8 times. And every single time I stopped it, it wasn't because it was unperfect. It was because I literally didn't know what to talk about. I would start and had nowhere to go. Nothing was coming to me. And then I did a Facebook Live with Jill. And maybe you don't know, Jill is my best friend. She's a boudoir photographer. And we're a really good time. So we just went live to talk about our summer solstice event, which is Tuesday, June 20th, down at Sunset Beach. I will put a link. If you are local to Western New York and you are a woman, I will put the link in the show notes because let me tell you, you definitely should check it out. It's going to be amazing. But that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. What I'm here to talk to you about is, as her and I were talking and as we're wrapping up our live, she had mentioned something about stepping into the next version of yourself, okay? And that's something that her and I are really, really fully intentionally doing right now. We have called her forward and we are fully stepping in. We have began changing our schedules to be what we want it to be. We have begun changing the clothes that we're wearing, the way that we're dressing, the things that we're doing. We are really channeling that next version of ourselves. And I had said on the live, I had made the comment that as she begins to show herself, we begin to glow differently. And people will notice. People will say things like, you're smiling different. You're glowing different. You seem happier. Because you are different, right? It's a very, and as you're going through this, if you've never been through this, it is powerful. The day that you wake up and you realize that you are no longer the same version of you that you were yesterday, it's a beautiful thing. And so as her and I were talking about this, because we're both at a point where that next version is she's here, she's showing up, but she hasn't moved in yet, right? Does that make sense? She's here, but and what I mean by that is there are still aspects of our life where she is lacking. So for me, she's here in many areas, in many ways, but we're still lacking where I want her to show up in a few specific areas of my life. And as Jill and I have been going through this, and this one has been a long time coming. This has been this process of shedding this time has been long. And we've been working really hard on it. And I had mentioned that when people start commenting and telling you that you look differently, or this is the other thing that happens, in that new version of you, you have now new boundaries. And you hold those boundaries and people are like, what? She just said no to me. She just put restrictions on that. and they start getting really uncomfortable, the quickest way to find out who is really in your corner is get some fucking boundaries. Because let me tell you, you get some fucking boundaries, you put them out, and you real quickly learn who's in your corner and who's not. Because the people who are not in your corner, they won't respect your boundaries. They're going to be mad about your boundaries. The people in your corner are like, get it. They might even congratulate you. Good job. I'm proud of you. You said no to me. Good. Right? Those are the people you want to keep around. And what happens is as we step farther into her shoes, as we get more and more comfortable, as we start openly receiving the compliments and the congratulations, and we start surrounding ourselves with people who truly want to see us win, we magnetize, we attract a different energy. And you see, life is all about attraction. You've heard of the law of attraction, right? I'm assuming, maybe, hopefully you've heard of it. Basically, you get back what you put out. Life is a rubber ball, and whatever you're throwing out is exactly what you're going to get back. So if you spend all day complaining about things that go wrong, guess what? More things are going to go wrong. That is why my daily gratitudes is a non-negotiable for me. It's a non-negotiable. And there are moments and days and times where I'm like, I am grateful I woke up. That's okay. I am grateful for it. Okay? And you have to feel it. When you start leveling up the people that you are attracting, your whole world changes. And this has been coming up a lot for me lately. A lot. And I actually did at a networking group that I am a part of. I am a cheerleader for this group. And I did a few minutes of speaking a couple weeks ago. And the whole point was to talk about that people aren't buying your product. They're buying you, right? Like people want you. And I started comparing it to online dating. And it's incredible. When I very first started online dating, the men that I was attracting, dear Lord, it wasn't what I was looking for. Nobody was a fit, right? Not only were they not a fit, but they didn't necessarily believe in my vision. They weren't people that I was comfortable enough to even tell them about my vision of where I'm going. Really, they weren't people I wanted to see again. Like if you go back, there are some podcast episodes about the guys I dated. And those have since like really stopped, you guys. And the reason they have stopped is because I have leveled up who I'm attracting. And honestly, I really enjoy every single person that I find myself surrounded with right now. And I enjoy spending time with them and I enjoy talking to them. And there isn't these outrageous stories like there was a few months ago when I was attracting desperation. Like, right? And we don't want to say like, I was desperate, so that's what I was getting back. Because like, who wants to say I was desperate? But like, really, I got onto the sites begrudgingly. I was not excited to be there. I was in a totally different mindset, in a totally different space than I am right now. And right now, the people that I'm attracting in my life are incredible. And I actually had said the other day, because now here I'm sitting and I am not in any exclusive relationship. I am in a very, trying to think of the word. I'm not sure what the word is, but I am openly dating. We'll say it like that, okay? Although currently I am no longer like really on the sites looking at all. Like actually I deleted the apps off my phone. But there are a couple different men that I am, speaking with and I go out with and I see, and it has been incredible. I went through this period before I really got to a point where I was like, okay, this is who I'm choosing, right? These couple. I got to a point where it felt like my messages were overflowing and I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't on there updating things. I wasn't like active, and I was getting like this influx of messages that was so long. And I actually had said to Jill, I have to figure out how to transition this into business. I feel like there's a lesson here, right? Because I leveled up what I was looking for and what I deserved, what I believed I deserved. I leveled up who I was calling in and who I was going to allow to give my time to, because I no longer was just going to say yes to anybody who messaged me. Absolutely not. And you know how you get to that point? You say yes a couple times to the wrong people. And then you start saying yes only to the right people, and you stop being a people pleaser. Can I tell you that every single person in my life right now, every single one of these 4 men challenges me and pushes me so hard to be a better version of me. And they will call me out on my bullshit. And they will say things to me. And they will push me. And the other day I was getting really upset over something. And I was like going into like one of those spirals where you're like overthinking and you like can't get your thoughts and you're like going down the drain. You know what I'm talking about? Those like spiral loops in your mind. And as I was talking to one of them, he actually stopped me and he's like, stop, take a deep breath. What color's the jet? What color's the bus? Right? Because those are 2 very big keys in my vision. And now that I have people in my corner who so wholeheartedly believe in my ability, my capability, my what I deserve, who want to see me hit 6, 7, 8 figures, who will do anything that they can to help me get there, you realize that all the people in those past versions who said those words, who said they wanted you to get there, who said they were helping you, you realize their energy wasn't helping you. You realize there was just empty words. Okay? And that is a really important thing. Words hold no weight. Words hold no weight. Action is the only thing you should judge on. And I'm pausing right now because I have something that came up that I really want to talk about, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't think this is the time and the place to have that conversation. So I'm just putting it back in its little Ziploc and wrapping it back up and pushing it away, because we'll bring that one out later, but that's not for today. So it's causing me pause at the moment. You attract what you put out. So if you don't feel worthy, no one's going to treat you like you're worthy. If you don't feel like you're a good person, people won't treat you like a good person. Humans have this ability to project. And oftentimes what happens is we start projecting our fears, our thoughts, our insecurities onto other people. And then what happens is those people that we are projecting on they take that layer, they store it, and it becomes part of their identity because they don't realize that that was ours, right? I am in the most non-traditional of relationships at the moment, and yet this is the healthiest relationships I've ever been in, and it's wild to me. You deserve happiness. You deserve every dream you ever had. But if you don't believe it, you will never get it. So think right now, close your eyes. Take a deep breath, close your eyes. Relax. Think back. Think back to when you were 3, when you were 4, when you were 5. What did you want to be? If money was not an object, if time was not an issue, what would you do? How would you spend your days? What's stopping you from doing that? I will tell you, my dream has always been to travel the world. I used to think I was going to be a journalist. Now I'm going to be a public speaker, and I'm going to travel the world speaking to groups of masses, right? And I am going to go country to country, and I am going to do this. And the thing is, when I say this to people, there are still people who are like, that's not realistic. Well, you know what? Why is it not realistic? Because let me tell you, I know plenty of public speakers who do this. Plenty. You know what else I know? I am just as fucking good as each and every one of them. I know I am. So why can't I have a jet that travels the world? Why can't I live out my dreams of hiring a nanny / homeschooler, teacher, tutor, whatever we're going to call it? Having my own creative team. Why do we feel like that is unrealistic? There are people who do it, and why do they deserve it more than I? I can't think of a reason. I can't think of a reason that she deserves it more than I deserve it. No. But you know that I spent 15 years believing I wasn't worthy of that dream? That it was crazy? It was outrageous? There she goes, dreaming again. No. The only thing that changed to get me from believing it was crazy to believing I could do it is the people I was surrounding myself with. So the people you surround yourself with matter way more than we give credit for. The people you surround yourself with will make or break you. That is a true fact right there. The other thing that they will do is they will force you. If you are surrounding yourself with the right people, they will force you to get uncomfortable. If your friends and your loved ones are not challenging you and they are not forcing you to get uncomfortable, they are not the right fucking people for you. Promise. Because you should be wildly uncomfortable. They should be saying things to you. They should be calling you out. They should be telling you. They should be showing you when you're in your own fucking way. Because you know what? I'm in my own way a lot. Thank God I have Jill. Thank God I have these 4 incredible men who I am dating, seeing, talking to. I'm not sure what the word is, okay? But like, who exist in my life. Thank God I have parents who are used to my crazy ideas and have learned to just embrace them. And when I need to be grounded, when I need to be pulled back, they know how to do that. I have business colleagues who believe in me so wholeheartedly that at times I've had to borrow their confidence in me. That's okay. If you are looking for confidence to borrow, I got you. Okay? But what I want you to remember is you get what you put out. You get what you attract. You are a magnet. Energy bounces. Make sure you're putting out there what you want to get. You know what the coolest part about this is? This is the coolest part. This means that at any given time, we can control what's about to come back into our life. Now, here's the thing. It's not instantaneous. It's not automatic. Here's the second thing. You have to be genuine about it. Okay? It can't just be words coming out. We already said words hold no weight. Can't just be words coming out. It has to be genuine. You have to believe it. So you have to know in your heart of hearts that if you want to get love, you have to put love out. You have to act with the intention of love every single day. You can't dream about meeting someone, meeting the perfect someone, getting married, spending your life with them, but wonder why it's not happening when you don't leave your house. Or when every single time you do leave your house, you barely raise your eyes to talk to anybody and you don't make eye contact and you don't want to make small talk, right? I've been there. I spent almost probably about 8 years right there. It wasn't until I got here that I realized just how bad it was over there. Just how much I never looked up. Just how much I never made eye contact. Because I didn't have the capacity in me. So I could dream about this better life, but it was never coming to me because I was not putting love back out in the world. I was putting out in the world survival. If you want to get out of survival, you have to put out grounding. There is a time and a place for survival. When I was in survival, there was nothing else I could have fucking done. Nothing. And if you are in survival right now, it is okay. It is okay to sit in survival. So long as you're evaluating and you know when you're coming to a point where you're able to sort of catch your breath. And then you pay attention to on those moments, on those days, what are you putting out? If you want to make money, you have to spend money. If you focus all the time and all of your effort and all of your energy on the fact that you have no money, guess what? Every time you get $100, a bill is going to show up. You have to act in abundance constantly. Now be very careful. When I say if you need money, in order to make money, you have to spend money. I did not say in order to make money, you have to go into debt. Those are two very different things. I would just like to point that out. I'm also not telling you that you have to spend every single penny that you make or that they have to be these outrageously huge purchases. But if you're trying to hoard your money in order to save it, you'll never make more money. The universe responds to you. The universe, and here's the thing, the universe responds to what's like super, super deep inside you, not what you're showing people. That is the difference. The universe responds to your energy that is very deep inside you, not what you are showing people. So today, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to sit down. I want you to make a list. Okay? Make a list of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And then I want you to go through and I want you to say, do they challenge me? Do they push me to be better? Are my hopes, my dreams, my greatest secrets and skeletons, are they safe with these people? The next thing I want you to ask yourself is, do they have the life that you want? Are they living the life you want? This can look like a few different things. It doesn't necessarily have to be the life that you want in a mirror situation. But do they have discretionary income? Are they able to create their own schedule? Are they working in a job that they love? Do they take time out of their day to go do the things that feed and fill their soul? If you say no, they are not doing that, they do not have the life that you want, they shouldn't be in your top 5. Our top 5 should help us grow. Our top 5 is sacred. And not everybody deserves a spot at that table. You have to be so selective. If you are not that selective with who you're going to let sit at that table, guess what? You're standing in your own fucking way. And I'm willing to bet it's out of fear, because whoever it is that's taking up that seat, they've been at your table and they've been in your life for a long time. Or maybe they haven't and they're just super comfortable. Maybe you've been to hell and back with them, but then they stopped growing. It's okay for those seats at that table to be in rotation. You should always be evaluating who's at that table. And that does not mean that they're out of your life. No. It just means they can't be on the board of directors for your life. You have to know who you're going to take advice from and who you're not. The biggest thing you have to do, though, the biggest thing you have to be ready to do is stand in your power. Own your story. Own it. Until you are ready to unapologetically own your story, what you're attracting isn't going to change. What you're going to get back from the universe isn't going to change. So own it. Because you're worth whatever the fuck it is that you want. You are worth it. Go after it. The greatest risks in life also come with the greatest reward. My career is about to take off. I didn't get here easy. I was talking with somebody the other day, and him and I have very, very deep conversations. He is an energy healer and an energy coach. And as we're talking about things, and he said to me, people have always been jealous of you. And I said, they have my whole life. He's like, and it makes you wildly uncomfortable. And I was like, it's terribly uncomfortable. And it always has, to the point where I self-sabotage because I don't want people to be jealous of me. I have been self-sabotaging my career for the past 7 years because I didn't want it to look too easy for somebody. Now, don't get that wrong. Okay, like, that I wasn't just like intentionally fucking things up. No. But there were things I knew I needed to do to go to the next level that I was not ready to do, and I didn't do. I didn't get out of my own fucking way. I didn't believe in myself. I didn't trust myself. Do you know why? I was too scared of what people would say if I succeeded. How fucked up is that? I was too scared of what people would say if I succeeded. Do you know what that directly had to do with? The people sitting at my board of directors table. You know why I was scared? Because they're judgy. They were fucking judgy as all hell. Because anybody who had money, who did the things, like they were the people who were like, must be nice. Well, I mean, if you could do, and the ideas and the things that they would say, and I listened to the things that they were saying about other people. And I was like, I don't want them to say those things about me. So I protected myself from them ever saying those things about me. You know what fucking happened? Thank fucking God. At some point, I realized I needed a new board of directors. I fired all of them, brought in some new people who are like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't you want to be on a fucking jet? Don't you deserve to be on a jet? Are you going to do the fucking things or no? Yeah. Those people who sit in those seats matter more in your life than anyone else, because whether you believe you are or not, you are taking what they say in, and you're taking what they say about other people in, and you're taking what they say about other experiences in. And all of that will play a role in how you feel about you and whether or not you're going to stand in your own fucking way or whether you're going to move out of the way. So I am here right now to tell you, get the fuck out of your own way. Do the things because you are worthy of achieving your dreams. Better than that, though, I don't want to call them dreams. I want to call them goals, because dreams imply that they're like just floating around out there. They're like whimsical. Must be nice. Goals are something you're actually fucking working on. There's a deadline attached. My goal to go global, July 2025. Truthfully, I think it can happen sooner. I think parts of it will happen sooner. I think I'm going to start traveling sooner. I think I'm going to start getting invited and called into things sooner. But I think it's going to be July 2025 when the jet is ready, the kids and I are packed, and we're waving goodbye. And we are embarking on a around the world tour. And I'm taking the best of people with me. Here's the thing. If you want to know if somebody deserves to be on your board of directors, do they tell you the hard shit? Do they tell you the shit you don't always want to hear? But in your heart, they say it and you're like, fuck, I know that's right. My VA lives halfway around the world. Never met her in person. She sits in my number 2 spot. Her opinion matters more to me when it comes to my dream, my vision, my goals than family. It's just the truth. Doesn't mean I love her more than family. But they're looking at it from 2 different filters. So just be very careful. And know that if you're sitting here and you're like, I want this, right? Like, I want this. I'm putting this out there, but I'm not getting that back. Take a really deep dive self-reflection and see what's really in your heart. not the words you're saying. What's really in your heart? What are your actual motives? What are your actual intentions? It's a powerful one. Make sure they're aligned. All right. Go out. Have a fabulous day, you guys.